Who wanders into my camp? What is this? You are far too small to be a colossi. So it's true then. The beckoned has come. They act like they are above everything, but they are mud and dust, like everything else in this world. They just aren't decent enough to admit it. Most find it completely inhospitable, but I find that it is not so difficult if you try a different sort of living. Yes, the plants are unpalatable, and the beasts cunning, but you can't expect nature to offer you wine and sweets if all you do is ask. The Jotun have wronged the colossi in the past, but the colossi have a shared history with them. It was right to grant them mercy. I once tried to forge peace between the Jotun and the colossi, but as I did, I became enamored of the simplicity they enjoy. I have taken to living in this old camp to try and enjoy it as I can. The heads of the city's inhabitants are as high in the clouds as the city itself, with their talk of religion and righteous gods. I much prefer to stay closer to the ground and stick to my roots. This is my home, but not for much longer. I moved out here to reconnect with my roots, you see, my heritage as a giant race. However, my time on my own has come to an end. I am ready to take the next step and go and live amongst the Jotun of the Teeth of Naros. There are only loose ends that need to be taken care of, but I have sworn off Idylla for all days I have left. Karunk was my chief concern with me trying to move in with the Jotun. Now that he is dead, it seems to be the perfect time to do this. The logical step is that I must live among the Jotun. Yes, I do. I have lived on my own in this abandoned Jotun camp long enough. Would you? I will reward you for your help. I will not be needing the coin where I am going. I want for my family ring, currently in the hands of my brother Heliodorus, and to see my journal delivered to my old comrade Darius. But perhaps most of all, I want you to find my wife, Corina. I would like you to bring her here to me. You must retrieve my family ring, deliver my journal, and speak with my wife. The ring is currently in the possession of my rather odious brother Heliodorus in Idylla. I doubt he will surrender it kindly. He hides it in the living quarters of Idylla. You can try liberating the ring yourself, or finding a way of dealing with my brother. Convince Corina to come down from the city and see me. If you could bring her here, then I can talk her into living with me and the Jotun. My journal needs to be delivered to my friend Darius. He is most likely camped out somewhere in the Teeth of Naros. Be quick, Beckoned. I must get to the Jotun soon. Goodbye.
What brings the Beckoned to me on this day? I understand that you and she have met. She is powerful, is she not? Truly a paragon of might and virtue. The Primos is the leader of our people in prayer and in other matters of life. They are appointed by Athene herself. Mine is the duty to safeguard the Colossi from any threat, so Secondra has charged all the guard. Lawbreakers in Idylla do not enjoy the luxury of internment All lawbreakers are immediately subjected to combat. It may seem severe, but we are a wise people. None have had need to test this punishment. Least of all you, I am sure. Tread carefully if you are head. What brings the beckoned to me on this day? You have seen Histus? I have not heard from him in so long. I was worried something had happened to him. What business has he sent you on? That fool! He is as oblivious and idealistic as the day I took him for my husband. Very well, I will see him after straightening out some affairs. Farewell, beckoned. Stay out of trouble. Be careful here.
Ah, at last.
Yes?
Do you bring news from below? With my brother indisposing himself, it falls to me to keep watch over my family's estate, little though it is. Do not trouble me with such talk. I know the sins of my people well enough. We all do. They are the lowest, colossi without faith, mindless, violent, and forever despairing. My family has done much for this city, so we are given our own private station in these quarters. They serve well enough, but I cannot say they compare to the home we had before we came to these blasted lands. Histus has the nerve to call himself a brother, living in the wilds, acting like a savage. Might as well be a marauder. Look at this place. Why would anyone choose the wild below over this? My brother? I would hardly consider Histus family anymore. He left that behind when he turned his back on civilization, like one of those marauders. What business has he sent you on, Beckoned? I suppose I have been rather hard on Histus. If he feels this is his calling, then I should support him as family. The ring is in my chest over there. Here is the key to open it. Yes, farewell.
Then, one Myru heard the whispered golden notes of the voice of wisdom herself, Athene. The goddess bid him to raise up his brethren, so they may know the favor of the gods once more. We are Athene's chosen. We follow her path. Guide us to your blessed wisdom.
Hello there, Beckoned. Been travelling in the teeth of Naros? We have earned much for our closeness with the gods, but we have a duty to share that connection with all of Amalur. The Jotun have old ties to the Colossi, very old ones. We marshalled their strength for the glory of Athene before we came here. We felt ourselves their custodians, but they viewed us as masters, and their resentment only grew from there. I am a diplomat, so to speak. Though they lack our grace, some of the brutes of this place have in them a shred of reason. The marauders were once thinking, feeling colossi, and the Jotun were kin as well. I must try to appeal to their wisdom. Istus is a dear friend of mine, formerly a peer, but as we tried to build ties with the Jotun, well, things turned. With this city still being incomplete, I have found myself more interested in research than the gods. We have been given the light of Athene, but we should share that with as many as we can. The teeth of Naros is a very dangerous place. Even those that know the dangers well can still find themselves at its mercy, or lack thereof. This is Histus's research. So that must mean he is preparing to go live with the Jotun. I cannot say I completely agree with Histus's methods, but I can respect his intent with his research. Thank you, Beckoned. Wish him the best for me. Farewell.
So you have completed the tasks, but I do not see Corina. Then her choice is made. Well, there is no more putting this off. I must take my leave. Well, the Jotun go with bare feet, so I will as well. Take my sandals, Beckoned. They may be of some use to you. Perhaps you are right. The Jotun are not exactly the most reasonable of creatures when it comes to outsiders. I suppose I could wait and observe them a bit longer before I make an attempt to live with them. Thank you for your help, Beckoned. You truly speak with the wisdom of Athene. Goodbye.